I've had 2 people walk out in 30 years. Now that's difficult, because that person's sitting in front of you, they're all ears, all eyes, they want to hear what they want to hear, and you're telling them something completely different. Obviously, they're not going to accept it. In this instance, I had a client called Anastasia. She came to me for her own private dealings, and I picked up something around her mom.
Basically, in the beginning, what happened was my mother was very unhappy. She felt insecure where she was living. She felt something was bothering her the whole time. She didn't know where to turn in the end, and I said to her, well, Mom, go see Diva. Diva's helped me in the past, and I'm sure she can help you. So consequently, she went to go and see Diva, and Diva didn't have such fabulous news for her.
She wanted to know everything. She was one of these people that said, whatever you see, Diva, I want to know. And I said, what about death? She says, I don't care, I'm good with that. And I was like, but what if it's your death? And she said, I want to know. It was very emotional. And here I'm telling this woman, look, I do see your death. And she's, well, what do you see? Because I'm having visions of my own death. What do you see? So we compared notes, and I said to her, well, this is what I see. I see you being murdered. I see who's going to murder you. I see what you're wearing at the time that you're being murdered. I see how they're going to find you. I'm looking at all of this, and it's like a movie playing out in front of me. And before she left, I begged her. I said, look, please, you live on one of your family members' property. I begged her. I said, look, even if you have to force him, just let him come to me. Maybe if I talk to him, maybe we can convince him. He did come. He was brought here. He did come. Threw his money down on the table for the session and said, right, I don't want to be here, but tell me what you see anyway. Some people you just can't convince. And well, he left. And within a couple of weeks later, I got a phone call from Anastasia. Very, very sad Anastasia. Her mother had been murdered. She'd been taken from us, and most of the details was exactly as I had given them. The sad thing is that your mother was already dreaming of this. She already knew that she was going to pass on, and probably that's why she came to see me, and she got the confirmation from me. It's one of the hardest things that I've had to do, is tell someone that it's their own death that I'm seeing. It wasn't just one person that was involved in the murder of her mother. There were 3 people, in fact, involved. One, to me, appears to be Mozambican. The other is from Zimbabwe. And the third person, probably the main person, is a local guy who knows or knew your mom very well and knows the home very well. So it's someone that's working on the premises. I believe he got in through the window, and he would have let the other 2, whichever the other 2 were, the other 2 would have come in through one of the doors, a glass door. And a battle ensued where your mom was obviously trying to protect herself. It must have been horrifying for her to have recognized one of them. You should pursue it, because it's your mother's request that you actually pursue this further. The investigation may have come to a dead end right now, but if they pursue this and you really get someone to listen to this, they will find who the culprit is, and justice will be done.
And the High Commissioner pursued it. As Diva said, there were 3 involved, because they took the investigation seriously this time, and it was brought to justice. They were caught and imprisoned, and I finally had some sort of closure, and it was thanks to Diva's help. She's helped bring justice to the family. They are behind bars because they deserve to be behind bars, and I really do urge other people to look for help in this way. It works. It does work.
Her memory will always be with me, always.